how our religious and secular societies set men up to abuse women. We never talked about it. We never talked about consent. Enthusiastic consent. We never talked about boundaries, narcissism, gaslighting. We never talked about anything. The only thing we did talk about is how to pray. Which books of the Bible to read. Thou shalt not steal. If you have to have a God telling you it's wrong to steal, you're not a good person. I mean, I don't need a law telling me to not hit someone in the head with a bat to not do something. I'm glad in our society we do have laws, but if you have to have a law to behave like a decent human being, you're not a good person. And if you need a God that will damn you to hell if you don't do or not do something, you're not a moral, decent human being. People of religious or extreme groups of beliefs, political, religious, or philosophical, they need to stop erasing people that don't fit their notions of what a man and woman in society is. Family is a spectrum. Children are not safer with opposite-sex parents. On the contrary, CPS says something definitely different. And it's terrible. It really is terrible. I've known a lot of girls who've grown up with two fathers, and they were the most well-adjusted, healthy, exuberant, friendly people. As long as you have one or two parents that cares about you and helps you develop into the best form of a citizen possible, who cares who and what your parents are? As long as they are decent, law-abiding, protective, friendly people. We need to call out people whose agenda it is to protect the children when they look like a stereotype of somebody who needs to be cuffed by the police. Moms for Liberty, the group that's trying to ban a lot of books that have references to having queer parents or having a gender or identity crisis, learning that you're not straight, or maybe you're gender fluid. Who knows? There are so many options. Places like Florida and Texas, they don't want these books in classrooms because they think you're going to catch something. The only thing you can catch is an illness or stupid. You can't catch good things from people without wanting to be that. I read all kinds of things. It didn't make me into anything. It made me smarter, kinder, less homophobic, and more accepting, but it did not turn me into a bisexual person. You can't rewire someone's brain. It's stupid. The idea that you can completely change someone's sexual orientation by reading a book that has two fathers or watching a movie with two mothers is ridiculous. It's ludicrous. I mean, I'm tempted to laugh, but then, that would make light of a lot of people's suffering. I mean, how ignorant does someone have to be to think you can catch gay? And it's not that they're ignorant. Very few of them want to educate themselves. I didn't want to educate myself when I was trapped in that environment of homophobia. Because you're taught by these churches that anything that doesn't line up with our very narrow view of everything is the devil. And at the end of the day, church preaches hate during tragedies because they have an agenda. It's never because they have empathy for people that lost their lives or lost someone they care about. They have an agenda they have to stuff down people's mouths. They want to spread hate because they think that deep down, these people deserved what happened to them based on who they are, not because somebody was a horrible human being and took their life. They're further traumatizing people by protesting at funerals, and they're impacting people's ability to heal and move on. And it should be criminal to scream hate speech at somebody when you're at a funeral burying somebody who unfortunately was in the right place at the right time and something bad happened. And I've known several people that survived hate crimes, one-on-one or in a large group. And they're very nice people. Nobody deserves to be shot at because they want to go out, have some fun with some friends in a non-heterosexual environment. Everybody deserves to go out, enjoy themselves without threat of being harmed or have someone stand over them with a gun. But these things are perpetuated by extreme forms of religion. And it's not solely by religion. But white supremacy would never have existed this long if it wasn't funded, backed, and preached by extreme forms of religion. And that's pretty much why we need to just stop whatever these churches are doing.